Can I come back out? Yeah, come on. I'll let you have it, dive it in. There you go.
Nice animation there.
I did wonder whether I was going to drown just then, but I'll give it a go. I like it. I enjoy the cartoony feel. The graphics are there to represent the gameplay. I don't need everything to look photorealistic. I'm more interested in the game mechanics. I think consoles now have got to the point where they're all pretty enough that the graphics don't matter. If you go back to the past generation, then it's starting to look a little bit ropey. But stuff here is not too bad. So where's Grandma's house?
It's on the other side of the island.
Okay. It plays nicely. The controls sort of intuitive. The GameCube controller wasn't quite as good as this one, really, was it? So I think they have made a bit of an improvement on that. And as a result, as a result, I think this plays better in terms of control, etc. Can you play it on the screen as well, or is it?
You press the minus button.
I'm just interested to see it. Oh, right, okay.
You just reminded me. Yeah, so you can play it all on here as well, and you flip easily between it.
See, I do like that feature.
Yeah.
That is something that I quite enjoy. Yes, it is moving very nicely. I didn't read all the instructions about how to capture a view.
You have to crouch and crawl up behind it, and then when you're right behind it, stand up, and then press the A button while you're stationary to get the cue.
There we go.
Oh, you got a pig.
I have a pig.
There should be some pen somewhere you can go put it.
Oh right, okay, I don't just give it to him.
It's not part of the main story, so you can take it wherever you fancy.
It looks nice, it looks pretty. I haven't played it for ages either, so that game is no longer available to me any other way. It's more fun finishing it again with nicer graphics. I've never played a bad Zelda game yet. I think the weakness of the Wii U at the moment is there's not quite so many games coming out for it on the other platforms. However, there are just a few games that you really want to play to completion, will possibly play again. And to be honest, how much time do you have to play games anyway? You know, I don't need to own 20 games that I never play. You know, I'm happy with sort of 4 or 5 that I do. I'm intending to probably pick up Pikmin 3 or the 101, so that'll get me sort of playing back again on the Wii U. Give it time. Always takes a while for a new console to sort of find its legs. There will be enough Nintendo games at the very least to make it a worthwhile purchase. Mario Kart alone will give me about 100 hours of play, possibly more. So yeah, I think it's been a bit of a slow start. I think it'll continue on. I think the third-party development will start to increase, and we'll have a 3-console race again.
It was pretty good, to be honest. It was just the dynamics of the game, obviously, making the levels a lot more interactive, rather than just the basic old platformers, although they were like their own genre, so they were really good. It's quite diverse to the old Sonic games. It makes a fresh change to the series. In terms of obviously the levels, because Mario Galaxy has the 3D revolving worlds, and obviously Sonic's incorporated that into this one. It's very similar in that aspect where you're moving around the world, collecting things, stuff like that. And I love the pinball game, even from the old Sonic game. That was my favourite part about it. Definitely, obviously with new gen graphics, consoles, everything feels a lot smoother. The controls, they're all smoother.
My name is William. So far so good. Yeah, I can definitely see the depth of everything. I've played lots of Zelda games in the past. It feels really cool to be playing this now. I've waited along quite a while and it's worth it, I think. Definitely worth it. Oh, I'm definitely going to get this game.
playing as Mario. It's really fun to play. I played Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, so I kind of got an idea of what to do. It's very similar, but it's also fun at the same time. It's also got its differences, like that game we just played. It's really fun, really awesome. Yeah, really awesome. Best graphics on a Nintendo console I've seen. It's the first Mario 3D game with cooperative play in it. That's what makes it. That's one of the things that make it different from Galaxy and past Mario 3D games. The game I was just playing, it was kind of hard seeing as we were all controlling the same creature. But I guess it might be easy once you get the hang of it.
Very nice. I'm just amazed it's in 60 frames a second. I thought it was going to be in 30 frames, just like on the 3DS game, Super Mario 3D Land. My favourite feature is the Cat Mario. This is the first proper 3D Mario game for the Wii U since New Super Mario Bros. U last year as the launch title because it was in 2D. So what's the point of complaining? Yeah, you haven't played it. Try it out.
Yeah, I played 3D Land and all the other main Mario games, like 64, Sunshine, Galaxy. This is like the new Super Mario Bros. Formula, but in 3D, so it's fun because it's multiplayer. Yeah, it's not only single player like 3D Land on the 2DS, so it's quite different. I hope the Nintendo will release a 3D Mario game like Galaxy or Sunshine in the future, but this is better than New Super Mario Bros. I think. Yeah, it's very easy to master. Yeah.
I can see people's point of view, I can, but at the same time, everything has to evolve. So maybe this is their way of just adding something fresh. People would soon complain if it was exactly the same as before. So like something fresh and new.
Maybe try and see what you like about it.
Yeah, like everything, you've got to try it, haven't you? I mean, I personally think it's a good improvement. I like it. So we got faith in it.
Yeah. It's me, Mario.
It's me, Luigi. It's my excuse. She's my excuse for like staying young and stuff.
Evan, that's the one. There's a bicycle shop called Evan? No. I did not know I own a shop. This is news. I was looking forward in all honesty, it is a good console. It knows what it's doing, and Nintendo always does something different. I've played it loads of times, and it's absolutely fantastic. In the sense that it's got kind of a mature game for the mature audience instead of just a typical kind of Nintendo games. To get something like this, I think it's brilliant. I don't know, people just need to start buying it and start trying something new, because at the moment the trend is very Call of Duty, AAA, Street. So, I don't know, I think it's quite Marmite, you either love it or you hate it, and I can see, just after Christmas people will probably start getting it, but no, I think what it is brilliant. Beautiful. It's very, very pretty. I mean, this is still now gen, and it's just gorgeous, but you don't want something to be too perfect in a way, I don't know, but it can handle it well. It is what it is, and it's fantastic, especially the graphics on the gamepads. It's just as good as the screen. It can definitely keep up with the other two, if not more, because they got more like a game mechanic to it than just core based controls. But as you can see, that is pretty. It's especially because with all the other Nintendo games, it's got different art styles, so you get more out of it, I feel. And the main one I go on all the time is Nintendo Land. When I saw it released on E3, I laughed at it because it looked a bit charged and silly. But it's the game that all your mates play and everything you play, especially like Luigi's Mansion and the Animal Crossing. That's what Nintendo does. It makes you a child again. You just go around the TV and you play. No headsets, no online. It's just it brings back traditional gaming, and that's why I love Nintendo. I haven't got a 3DS. Want one. The money at the moment, but now we know there's a lot more around the corner in the 3DS market, especially with the 2DS coming out now. I feel that's probably up my stream, but I do love the 3D. It is beautiful. Again, I played it loads of times, was it Luigi's Mansion 2, New Moon? Dark Moon, even, sorry. Fantastic. It's what the other Luigi's Mansion was like. They do it well. It's fantastic, especially with the Street Pass as well. It's those little things in there that, especially if you're here and you've got Street Pass, you're going to do fantastic today. they do it well, and I feel they're underappreciated in a way and almost kind of mocked by everyone, but if you're happy, you're happy. With the PlayStation and Xbox, when you get them, you find exclusiveness, and you can compare like the stats of the RAM and the graphics and your whatnot. But with Nintendo games, you just get Nintendo games, and they don't really let you down. So I feel quite safe with the Wii U. I feel solid, really, yeah.
So far, the franchise, I've loved it. I love all Platinum games. They usually have a very smooth gameplay, very fun, very responsive controls. So yeah, this is for me, this is the console seller, the killer app for Wii U. Beautiful, it looks to be running at almost 60 frames a second. Yeah. Very smooth, almost full HD, responsive. No delay, no frame rate issues. Very, very easy. Same as if you played the first one, you shouldn't have any problems with it. 5 minutes in, I'm used to it. If it's something like a Zelda Wii U, I'm all for it. I don't mind buying a Wii U just for this game, to be quite honest. What you'd call a Sony fanboy. Oh, what game am I looking forward to on PlayStation 4? Well, they don't have any particular exclusives that I'm super excited for at the moment. Infamous, yeah, but that's next year. Destiny is on both consoles, so that's not exactly a killer app, is it? I've always wanted the Wii U, it's just that there hasn't been anything on it that sold it for me. Well, the Wonderful 101 just came out. I need to look into it a bit more before I decide, but no, it's not really a seller for me. This is a seller. Platinum has always been known for its cinematics. I would really have loved to hear the music, the soundtrack for this. That has always been a big part of Platinum games, the game. Yeah, the soundtrack.
It's really, really smooth in like full 60 frames per second. They've redone every character, so colors pop off the screen. The items are back, all of them. I haven't seen any new ones yet though. They've taken elements from literally every version of the game, from the 3DS version and also the Wii version as well. Also, I've noticed there's one extra character today. I think it's Toadite, the name is. Who's a female version of obviously Toad. I mean, she looks like Toad, she'll probably play exactly like Toad anyway. In previous games, Power Sliding was the risk and reward aspect, where if you overdrifted or underdrifted, you could lose 2-3 positions. As for this one, I'm going to run the corner now. It feels very controlled. The fact is, like, you can hold right trigger to drift around the corner, and you have full control of it. Like, you don't feel like you're going to lose balance or you're going to lose position or crash into a wall. You always have control of the device itself. So. I'm just going to put the motion controls on and see what that feels like as well. It feels like I'm playing with a big version of the Wii Remote. Personally, I don't really like it. That's just preference though. If people play the Wii version and they're kind of used to the motion controls, it's probably be more ideal for them. That way you can hold on to. I feel like the Wii U pad, it's obviously got more weight to it than the Wii controller. So. If people are used to the Wii pads, the Wii controller, and they're going to a Wii U version, they're going to be right at home. It's exactly the same as you always had. So if I go on these, on the ramps, I'm using gravity to stick to the floor now, I'm guessing. And now I'm now in the water. It kind of reminds me of the 3DS version where you had flying in the game for the first time. So it does feel a bit late, obviously, because when you're in the water, you're delayed by a second or two. Yeah. But as for the gravity, it kind of just feels like I said, the 3DS version where you're flying and stuff like that. It's a little bit more slippery, but it's still controllable. It feels slower. Like, as soon as you go from wheels to gravity, there is obviously a change. But it's only, I know. It kind of feels fluid. I'm getting a little bit dizzy by it though. That's the thing as well. Yeah, I'm trying to turn my head as well. It's a weird thing. I'm trying to. There you go. Definitely a game that most people should be excited for. It's a must-have on the Wii U anyway. So at the moment, Mario. Yeah, I mean that's why people buy Wii U's. They want to play Mario Kart. They want to play Zelda. They want to play, Pikmin. All these big games.
Well, I have to buy the wonderful 101, Pikmin 3, the new Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8 is going to be great.
I think it doesn't get enough credit. I think people prejudge it. I think the people who are saying it's not going to do so well probably haven't even played it. I think once you play it, I think it stands alone. I think it's one of a kind on its own.
Yeah. I recently got one myself, and at first I was a bit iffy, but after playing some games, it seemed to run well and stuff.
It's basically my childhood for me. What I grew up with. It's nostalgic reasons. Nintendo 64, because I used to love the Donkey Kong racing. I love that.
Yeah, I literally grew up with it. Mine's definitely GameCube. I love it. I grew up with it. I had all my favourite games in there.
My favourite game? Mario Sunshine. It's the newie one. It's not a classic. I love it. Played it like 8 times.
Me myself, I love Wind Waker, Smash Bros, Mario Sunshine, stuff like that. I love it.
Donkey Kong, that was definitely from when I was little. I mean, I don't know if she remembers it. She's only 16, but I remember.
I played some games.
Yeah, that was definitely.
Got a couple of games for 3DS so far. Got the Mario 3D Land and the Ocarina of Time on Zelda. Looking forward to the Pokemon X and Y. Again, the X.
It's pretty good. It's pretty crazy. You're controlling the whole bunch of guys at the same time. Although it's a bit crazier than Pikmin. It's just the sort of crazy transformations, like turning into a sword and stuff, like as your actual character, and throwing your vehicle, like Pikmin. It works in this sort of game, without the touchpad controls and stuff.